Today we are going to start another new class. Our today's topic is ratio and proportion. First we have to understand what is ratio. In the two quantities, in two quantities like A and B, two quantities like A and B, we write in ratio, we write as a ratio A by B in a fraction and converted in a ratio A ratio B. Here in two terms ratio, first term is called as antecedent, and the second term is known as consequent, QUENT. Hereby, if we find a ratio 5 ratio 9, then we may write it 5 divided by 9, 5 ratio 9, and 5 is our first term. First term, as we know, first term is known as antecedent, and 9 is our second term, is known as consequent. Before going to start example, we have to understand some rules and formula like this way. Stop with sir. And proportion, ratio and proportion, the rule is if the division or multiplication apply with non-zero number, then the ratio will not be changed, like 8 ratio 10, multiply with 2, divide by 2, then 4 ratio 5. If we again multiply with 3, then our ratio will be 12, 3 into 4, 12, ratio 3 into 5, 15. There is no change between those non-zero number multiply with our given ratio or divide with our given ratio. Here is another term associated with proportion. The equality of two ratio is called proportion. The equality of two ratios is simply called proportion. Like A ratio B equals to C ratio D, or A ratio B equals to B ratio C. Here in this type of question, A and D is called extreme, EXTREME, and B and C, both B and C combinedly or jointly, is called mean terms. Here A and C called extreme, B and B called mean terms, or the here third terms is C. A first term, B second term, here again B second term, C is the third proportional. Here A is the first proportional, B is the second proportional, C is the third proportional, and D is our fourth proportional. Here is a rule associated with multiplication of mean terms equals to multiplication of extremes, extremes. That means if for the first equation A into D extreme equals to B into C, mean terms. Again here A in the second line, A into C is the extreme, multiplication of extreme, and B into B square is our mean term. Here is the rule. Okay. Wait. Here mean proportional. Here is another criteria or another phenomenon associated with ratio and proportion. And what is mean proportional? Mean proportional of two number x and y. Mean proportional of x and y will be root over x y. Then comparison of ratio. Suppose our ratio A, ratio B greater than C ratio D. Then we write A divided by B, or A ratio B is greater than C ratio D. Here is the rules and formula. Now come to the compounded ratio. What do you mean by compounded ratio? If there are a lot of ratio or more than two ratio, like A ratio B, C ratio D and E ratio F, then what we need to do in compounded ratio? A C E, A C E, jointly A C E is one ratio, then another ratio will be B D and E, B D and E, B D and E. This is the rule of compounded ratio. Here is our some proportional or ratio related criteria. Duplicate ratio. What do we mean by duplicate ratio? Duplicate ratio means A duplicate square A into A, dual or duplicate ratio B square B into B, duplicate. Subduplicate means root over A ratio root over B. Triplicate ratio means A cube. Triplicate means A into A into A, triple A ratio B cube, multiplication of triple A, B cube, multiplication of triple B into B into B. Then what do you mean by sub-triplicate ratio? Sub-triplicate ratio means A 1 by 3 ratio B 1 by 3. We may write another way like A root over cube ratio B root over cube, and it's converted into, we can easily convert it into this one like A 1 by cube ratio B 1 by cube. Now we are going to learn about componendo and dividendo. Componendo and dividendo. Dividendo of ratio. How it works and how it look like. Suppose we have A divided by B. Pause করতে হবে বলতো কেন কালি শেষ. Componendo and dividendo, componendo and dividendo. If there we have A divided by B equals to C divided by D, then in component and dividendo what we will do, A plus B, that means our numerator plus denominator and numerator minus denominator equals to numerator plus denominator, again in the other side numerator minus denominator. This is the rules of componendo and dividendo for ratio, for only ratio. Stop. Here are other criterion associated with ratio proportion, variation. If x is directly proportional to y, if x equals to ky, we have to take it x equals to ky. For some constant k, we write as x is inversely, we write as x variation y. For some constant we write x variation y as a symbol of variation. Another inverse relationship, x is inversely proportional to y, then if x y equals to k for some constant and we write x variation 1 by y. Here is another rules associated with ratio proportion. Suppose a container contains x units of liquids, pure liquids, from which y units are taken out and replaced by water. Suppose a container contains some milk or liquids and replace y units by water after n operations. After n operations, one times or two times or multiple times, whatever it may be, the quantity of pure liquid in the final mixture will be what? Final mixture will be what? X equals to 1 minus y by x. Y, here y is how many liquids or how much liquids we withdraw from our given example, and x is our total units, and n is operation, how many times it operates, units, and total final mixture, pure mixture will be outcome by doing these given operations. Thank you. Example number 1, find two numbers. We have to find out two numbers such that their mean proportional is 6 and third proportional is given 20.25. In solution, here is the given two numbers and their mean proportional. Mean, we know mean proportional means root over x, y. Suppose or let two number is x and y. Their mean proportional is 6. Then x, y, by making square, it is 6 square. That means x, y equals to 36. So x equals to 36 divided by y. Now the third proportional, first number is x, second number is y, then their third number is also, second number is also y, and third proportional is given 20.25. Now come to the point, y square equals to y into y, mean multiplication of mean number and multiplication of extreme number, 20.25 x. Now y equals to 20 point, sorry for the inconvenience, y square equals to 20.25 into x means 36 divided by y. Now y cube equals to 729. Now y cube equals to cube equals to 9 cube. Now so y equals to 9. Now we have to put the value of y into our equation 1. Then we will be able to find our first number. Second number we already find 9, and first number x equals to 36 divided by the value of y equals to 9. 36 divided by 9, 4. So our desired number is desired numbers are x, y means 4:9. Here is our answer for the question number 1, for the example number 1. Example number 2, when 20% of a number is added to another number, the number increases by 50%. What is the respective ratio between the first and second number? 20% of one number is added, then another number increases by 20%. Say for example, let our two numbers are x and y. Now y plus 20% of x. We say that 20% of x increases y 150% of y, another number 150% of y, the another number, by question. Now y plus 20 by 100 into x divided by 150 divided by 100 into y. Now solving this equation, we will be able to find our desired result, the respective ratio between two numbers. Please wait for a while. Y plus 20 divided by 100, 5. That means x by 5 equals to 150 by 53 divided by 50, 2. 3 by 2 y. Now here is LCM, lowest common factor. 5 is common, then 5y plus 551 into x equals to 3y by 2. Cross multiplication, cross check. 5 into 3, 15y equals to 2 into 5, 10y plus 2 into x, 2x. Now 15y minus 10y equals to 2x equals to 5y equals to 2x. That means 5 by 2 x by y. So our desired ratio between respective ratio between the two numbers are respective ratio between the two numbers x and y are 5:2. 5:2. Here is our answer for the question number 2, for example number 2. Thank you all for watching our Royal Media. Hope you will in further you will also will be with us. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Click the bell icon for updates. Like, comment and share our Facebook pages. Russell Ahmed, Royal Media, Bangladesh.